It's time for the Titans on your home for Columbus High School athletics. Columbus Sports
He's
Live.
got some room to run around the left side. Jaden Rodriguez, he's going to the house. Jaden Rodriguez. Mooney, corner three on the way, good.
Mooney for three.
Good hit by Simpson. Go out of here. There's a home run. That ties the game. Naps it. Open. Valela's going to take it himself. And he is in for the touchdown. There you go.
It's time for the Titans on your home for Columbus High School athletics. Columbus Sports Live.
And a good Friday evening. Welcome out here to Marvell Park in Parsons, Kansas. Just as we started the regular season, about 60 degrees, rainy, pretty chilly.
Gray.
That's how we're going to end the regular season here tonight as the Columbus Titans 1-6 on the year, taking on the Parsons Vikings 3-4, coming off of a pretty tough loss to Atchison, a team that blew them out last year. And Jeff Scheibe's got this crew really worked up, and they were able to crawl back from a 40-20 deficit at the end of the third quarter, make it a one-score game. They're an onside kick away from possibly winning that Atchison game, but should be a good one tonight. Nobody Durfelt tonight, just me and Nate up here as he's off.
What was his excuse this time?
In week one, he was in Brazil watching the Chiefs game. That's what we said.
Yeah.
This week, maybe he's trying to buy tickets to the World Series. I don't know.
Ice fishing in Minnesota right now.
Probably not that. I think he's out in the streets of Parsons or the streets of Columbus, streets of any town, trying to scourge World Series tickets.
Nah, he'd be looking for Philly Eagles tickets.
Probably not. He'd just straight up buy those off. He'll pay any amount of money to see the Philadelphia Eagles. Loves that team. I'd like to let you know Columbus Sports Live is presented by Optic Communications. Optic's roots run deep, just like their 100% buried fiber, making them the fastest and most reliable internet provider in the region. To learn more about everything Optic has to offer, visit opticcommunications.com. Proudly bringing Columbus Sports Live to Titan fans everywhere. Fortunately, we're not on their internet tonight. They don't have it up here, but the stream buffers, you know it's not Optic's fault, so that's that's a good thing. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back on the Girard Medical Center pregame show, and we'll talk about last week, a little bit of high school football for Columbus and Parsons, and talk about the seasons up to this point. We'll take a quick break. We're back in 2 minutes. This is Titan Football.
Optic Communications has stood the test of time. Born from the pioneers of connectivity in 1905, they're built on a rich history with roots stretching deep. Just like Optic Communications' 100% buried fiber, making them the fastest, most reliable internet provider in the region. Optic's employees are local, friendly, and fast to respond. Optic Communications, built for the future, with a foundation firmly in Columbus. Learn more at optic-communications.com.
Girard Medical Center of Cherokee is proud to be serving the Cherokee community for over 20 years. Dr. Dakota Bunch and nurse practitioner Kathy Flora are excited to be a part of your community and are accepting new patients specializing in family medicine, providing personalized attention to every patient. Experience healthcare that focuses on you. Call for an appointment today. Girard Medical Center of Cherokee, where your health comes first.
River Mental Health and Wellness, your partner in health for more than 40 years, is now a certified community behavioral health clinic. A CCBHC clinic provides a comprehensive range of mental health and substance use services, including same-day access and 24/7 crisis services. Serving all ages, Spring River Mental Health continues to inspire confidence, respect, and growth for individuals and families in Cherokee County. Learn more at springrivermh.org.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at bigironauctions.com.
And here we are back on Columbus Sports Live. If you're wondering why it looks kind of odd on the camera, it's senior night here in Parsons, and the Titan team has had to retreat to the softball field to warm up. So, that's okay. They get...
They got the whole field to themselves.
Hey, that's right. Get as much room as they want up there. This is the Girard Medical Center pregame show. Quality healthcare close to home. Titan fans are just minutes away from the Girard Medical Center Cherokee Clinic. Plus, Girard Medical Center offers a wide range of primary and specialty care just minutes from Columbus. To learn more, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com. Last week, Columbus hosted the final game at Cecil Klein Field this season and took on a Frontenac team that's really got it going on the ground. We did see some positives in that game. You'll hear me talk about it a little bit with Coach Burns on the pregame interview, and he states that was probably the best second half of football that this team has played this year. Defensively, you could really see it. Held Frontenac scoreless in the third quarter. Jaden Rodriguez had a nice game as well, and we talk about it with Coach Burns as well. He talks about how Jaden's been one of those names where it seems like he does a lot but gets overshadowed by other players on the field who do have one big play, one big pass, something – just one big thing in the game. Meanwhile, Jaden's doing all these small things that are actually really helping the team out. He had 121 yards on the ground last week, 2 touchdowns, and caught a pass in the air. Really caught the secondary Frontenac sleeping. Caught a pass in the air for 76 yards. So Jaden's really grown as one of the senior leaders. Going to be one of that's really missed on this team next year. You think if they just had one more year, then the teams would be really good. Same for like the group last year that graduated, Jack Blayla and Jace Midget. And, this Parsons team coming off a loss 40-34 to Atchison. I had to travel up there. That game's kicked off at 6 o'clock, and it really just seemed like those two teams, I'm just going to be honest, Atchison blew Parsons out last year. It seemed like Parsons really wanted redemption, just watching a little bit of it from on film. They played really hard in that game, and we're down 40-20, just too little too late in that one. 40-20 at the end of the third, made a heck of a comeback, made a heck of a run in the fourth quarter. And Coach Scheibe says it, they were an onside kick away from winning. So had they just gotten an onside kick and recovered it, they would have had a shot with the momentum they had to win that game possibly. So, they'll obviously want that one back, but that just makes them hungrier. I'm sure that with Columbus beating them at Cecil Klein twice last year, that Parsons is had our name scheduled for a while. Coach Burns feels the same way. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. I think Columbus coming off, like I said, the best second half of football they've played all season with Frontenac. You can play that consistently for 4 quarters. They've got a good shot against this team tonight. Not that this team doesn't have capable players. They definitely do. A lot of names returning, especially their quarterback, Andrew Houck, does a lot for them. And then they've got 2 good wide receivers. But their offensive line, just huge, and their D linemen really big as well. So, they've got it going on both sides of the ball, got several players that play both ways. So they've got it going for them. While we're here, we've got quite a few pregame things to get through. We'll also talk you through the area matchups, I guess. We'll go through that. No Durfeld here. There's no structure to this show.
No data sheets.
Yeah, no data sheets. He does all this stuff that I don't do. Runs off all these different copies and does all the paperwork, does all the stuff on the computer. I don't know how to do any of that. So
See, that's the thing, though. He's got the time to do it. You don't.
I really don't. I guess I could if I tried, but I'm a college student, man. That really didn't count. Frontenac is at Neodesha tonight. St. Mary's Colgan is at Southeast, I believe. Girard is at Anderson County. And then some games played yesterday. Shawnee Mission South and Olathe South played each other. 21-38 Olathe in that one. And then Argonia, Attica, and Pretty Prairie. That's going to be awesome by the end of the night. Played each other last night, 56-6, the final score. And then Wichita Southeast played Wichita North 64-0, a big shutout there for Southeast. Looking at some games tonight, Miege takes on Blue Valley. Burlington is at Wellsville. Colby is at Scott City. Garden City is at Great Bend. Girard at Anderson County, like we said. Hanover at Lind. Holton is at Leavenworth. Hoxie is at Atwood. A lot of games going on around the area tonight. A big one, Lewisburg is at Spring Hill. Ness City at La Crosse, and Osawatomie at Baldwin. Paola is at Eudora. Pittsburgh High is at Topeka High. And then Shawnee Mission Northwest is at Shawnee Mission East. Silver Lake at Council Grove. Those are your games from around. Oh, and I forgot one. Tonganoxie is at Ottawa. We'll have a score from that as well coming up later in the game. Especially at halftime, we'll go through some of those scores from around the area tonight. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we will hear from the head coach of the Parsons Vikings, Jeff Scheibe, his thoughts on the Week 8 high school football matchup between these two teams. We're back in 2 minutes. This is Titan Football.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
Today we're going to do an experiment to see just how fast Crawlcan's multi-gig internet is. In your email, you'll find 2 links. When I say go, click on the first link to download the 500 gigabyte test file. Go! Okay, now when I say go, click on the second link in your email to upload the file. Go! I guess it really does eclipse all other internet.
Release the Crawcan. Monstrous multi-gig speeds for a low, no-nonsense price.
As one of the oldest banks in Southeast Kansas, Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated. Exchange State Bank provides quality customer service supporting the growth of local businesses, agriculture, and the financial needs of families in the community. With competitive savings and loan products, online banking and mobile deposits, free debit cards, and more, Exchange State Bank is working to earn your business. To earn more, call 620-429-1873 or visit esbks.com. Exchange State Bank, you're not just banking, you're banking with friends.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Summer sales event continues here at Mike Carpino Ford with 0% interest plus a $1,000 rebate on the all-new Ford Escape. Don't forget the Ford F-150 with over 60 of them available. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
Welcome back to the Girard Medical Center pregame show here on Columbus Sports Live. The final week of the regular season already upon us. It is week 8. Columbus up at Marvell Park tonight to take on the Parsons Vikings. We're joined by their head coach, Jeff Scheibe. And Coach, appreciate the time. And, you know, it seems like with your strength of schedule you guys have played over the last couple of years with Labette County and Christ Prep and Atchison, you guys have had a hard time getting a win streak going, but you've taken some really good competition on over the last couple of years. Coach, from your perspective, how's the 2025 season gone so far?
You know, it's been kind of a roller coaster ride. It's we lose one, win one, lose one, win one. It's went back and forth every single week, and you know, but we've been much more competitive this season when it comes to playing those types of teams. I mean, Atchison beat us 48-0 last year, and this year, you know, we're an onside kick away from I feel like winning that football game, and we made some mistakes early on in that game that we dug ourselves in a hole, but able to you know make a run at the end and at least give them a little bit of scare and you know have some momentum building into this week.
Well, and you look at that from the perspective, like you said, you're probably an onside kick away from winning that. You were down 40-20 at the end of the third and managed to really come back and nearly win that game. And you got to thank Dakari Jones, who had 121 yards on the ground and all 4 of your touchdowns last week. I mean, what do you see from him that's kind of allowed him to find so much success here this season?
Yeah, he did a good job for us, and he also plays defensive end, and he was gassed after the game. That guy gave everything he simply had. He had nothing left in the tank, and that's kind of what we ask of all of our guys is to empty the tank every single Friday night, and they've done that for us, and I'm proud of them. But I feel like this group they have a lot more to play for. They want to get a home playoff game and try to make a run in this playoffs.
And you know, it seems like you know, even with, like you said, the roller coaster of the schedule with win, loss. I mean, you look at your wins, a couple of them district games. Pretty powerful offense. I mean, even in the Atchison game, I mean, it seems like your offensive line and just your offense overall, not just on the ground but through the air, has been pretty successful this season, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we have. I mean, we want to establish the run game, and we have a pretty youthful offensive line. We start 3 sophomores. Week 1 and 2, we started 4 sophomores, but you know, a couple of those sophomores kind of lead the way for us up front. Got a solid group of tight ends, and you know, 2 or 3 good receivers as well. So we want to establish the run. Got a couple good running backs in our system, and you know, here and every now and then we'll throw a pass, but it starts for us up front. Our guys have they've gotten better each week, and you know, I actually told them that tonight in practice. You guys just continue to get better each and every practice, each and every week, and we're going to continue to rely on them and you know, just kind of ground and pound and try to wear teams down.
We're visiting with Jeff Scheibe, head coach of the Parsons Vikings, here on the pregame show as we're set for Week 8 of the regular season. And last game's, you know, upon us. It seems like it gets quicker each year. And last few years it's been Parsons and Columbus in the final game, and it's always a good matchup because it seems like we trade every year. You know, it just seems like it's kind of been a little rivalry over the past couple years. But 2025 Columbus got a lot of youth on it, struggling a little bit with the discipline of having a young team. But Coach, you faced Coach Burns' squads before. What are your thoughts on the Titans this year?
Yeah, I remember joking about that last year, where Parsons and Columbus, it has to have been 5 or 6 years now, maybe even more, that we've traded off every other year of wins and losses. So yeah, it has kind of turned into a little bit of a rivalry, but I talked to Coach Burns quite a bit in the off season, throughout the season, and I've got a lot of respect for him. I kind of look up to him as like a mentor. And when I first started out as coaching, like Columbus is one of the programs that I, kind of reflected and looked at as far as like what I would like our program to become one day. And Coach Burns does a good job, and got a lot of respect for them. And they're I know they've struggled this year, but if you just break down the film and look at each game, they're not that far off. In particular that Neodesha game, there's a few things that could have went their way, where Columbus is on the other end of that game and winning that football game. And I could probably name at least one or two other games where it's the same way. So they very easily could have 3 or 4 wins, and we're having a different conversation right now. So Columbus is going to put some good players on the field. Jet Tanner, Cash Smith, Jaden Rodriguez, and I could name a couple more. Brownstone, Cole Howard. I mean, there's 5 off the top of my head of good, solid football players that they're going to put on the field. So anytime you can put that type of talent on the field, they're gonna have a good showing, and we're gonna have to play our best to beat them.
And you look at the difference in schedule that you guys have played last couple of years, as we mentioned earlier. I mean, to touch on teams like, you don't see many teams around this area playing Christ Prep and Atchison. So, even if it's a long-distance travel or even if it doesn't come out as a win on the scorebook, do you feel like the strength of schedule you guys have been playing is finally starting to pay off and might play off in the postseason?
Yeah, I do. I feel that way. I felt that way last year too. By the time we were playing Columbus, I thought we were playing much better football, and Columbus just kind of wore us down last year, and beat us there at the end of the season and in the playoffs. But yeah, I think it does help us as long as we stay injury free and continue to get better each week. Injuries play a big part of high school football. If you got 1 or 2 guys that are your studs that go down, then things can change quickly. So as long as you can stay injury-free when you're playing those types of teams, and the morale of the team doesn't get down after losing some of those games, and you can pinpoint, take the positives from those matchups and be able to get better each and every week, then yes, it does help you. But you can also let it, wear you down, and some kids could probably take the negatives out of it as well, or just lose it in general. So I feel like our kids have done a better job of grasping that tougher schedule and letting it, challenge them and get better each week.
That's Jeff Scheibe, head coach of the Parsons Vikings, joining us here on the pregame show. We'll step aside for 2 minutes. When we come back, Blake Burns will talk us through the final week of the regular season. We're back after this.
Hold on. It's monstrous.
With Crawcan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln. Take advantage of 0% financing for 66 months right now on the all-new Lincoln Navigator. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Lincoln Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
Welcome back to the Girard Medical Center pregame show. It's week 8 of the high school football season. We're joined by the head coach of the Columbus Titans, Blake Burns. And, Coach, it's week 8, and it's certainly gone by quick. But last week you you hosted your last home game at Cecil Klein and took a loss 41-14 to the Frontenac Raiders, and it really just kind of came down to the game on the ground. It was early and on with the running game for them, and while I felt like the score wasn't indicative of how the game actually went, Frontenac added a couple scores on rather late in the game. Overall, I mean, what were your thoughts on last week?
Yeah, Frontenac was very physical. They established the run game. They did exactly what they want to do every week to every opponent they play. We didn't particularly play our best football in the first half. We went in down several scores, but our kids came out of the locker room after halftime and they played probably the best half of football I've seen them play for this team this year, all season. They were very physical. They played together. They weren't worried about anything other than just going out there and doing everything to the best of their ability to help their football team, and it was impressive to watch. And that's the message I gave them after the game was, it was unfortunately too little too late. But if we could ever get this group to put together 4 quarters of football like we saw the second half of that Frontenac game, there are some special things in store for this group.
Well, and, you mentioned that, and it seemed like when it comes to explaining the loss, I mean, Jaden Rodriguez had a great game, and he's certainly not a part of that. Picked up 145 yards and a pair of touchdowns, and he pulled down a catch that went for 76 yards. I mean, has the senior grown for you as an offensive threat now that he's had to kind of step up as the senior leader on the team?
We've always known that Jaden has that ability in him, and sometimes, I don't want to say he gets overshadowed by anybody, but, last year he did some special things with the football in his hands. But, of course, Jay Smidget was Jay Smidget last year. So Jonas Stover has done a fantastic job this year, and I feel like Jaden, unfortunately, is people don't talk about him near as much. But, Jaden's got the worlds of ability in him. He's a great kid, and I'm just glad he finally had a game to kind of showcase that for everybody to see exactly what he's capable of doing.
We're visiting with Blake Burns, head coach of the Columbus Titans, joining us here on the Week 8 pregame show. And, I feel like this season has not been indicative record-wise of just how much we've grown. I mean, from your perspective, being on the sideline, being in practice, hallways, bus trips, whatever, how has this group grown from that first night at Independence to getting ready to go and play at Marvel Park tonight?
We've talked as coaches, and heck, we've talked as, players talking to coaches. It's been some of those deals where we could go back in time and kind of, take some of these experiences we've been through as a team this season and just roll back that clock and just replay some of those games. I think we could have a couple of different outcomes for us, but, I think some of our kids have absolutely grown in maturity as far as just their understanding of the game of football. Some of them have learned that, it's not about them. It's about things for the greater good. And that's one of the biggest things about becoming a team is realizing that in order to be successful, sometimes you got to put aside those personal agendas and just do things for community, for team, and for the greater good of everybody else other than just you. And then good things will happen. But, this group has worlds of ability. They have a lot of talent. And unfortunately, we had not very much experience going for us when we started this season, but we've kind of grown some depth in some places as the season's gone along, and we've experienced a lot of things that will help us appreciate winning a whole lot more whenever it happens for us in the future.
Well, and the season's not over. You still have a district game tonight, and I think a winnable one if you guys, like you said, play the way you did versus Frontenac in that second half, and it's against Parsons. And I love this matchup because it's two coaches that highly respect each other. I know you and Coach Scheibe talk quite a bit, and you both have nothing but good things to say about one another. And it just seems like it's always kind of a back-and-forth affair over the last few years, and it's the last game of the season. It's a district game. There's more often than not a lot on the line. And looking at Parsons on film, I feel like, it's just about which Parsons team shows up. They play a really tough regular season schedule, and they've taken some kind of strange losses, but have some really dominant district wins. Coach, what are your thoughts on Jeff Scheibe's Parsons Vikings this year?
Worlds of respect for Coach Scheibe. He does a fantastic job with his kids. Somebody that coaches in their hometown, like Coach Scheibe and myself do. We have a lot of respect for each other because, there's some people just don't get that, not necessarily the pressure, but just kind of what comes along with being a hometown kid, coaching where you went to school, things like that. But he's got his kids playing very hard. The thing that he's done that's been most impressive to me is he's got their offensive and defensive line doing a fantastic job, just running their scheme very, very well. They're very physical up front. Parsons always has tremendous athletes, and this year is no different. But every year is a little bit different as far as the kids you have and kind of how you adapt your systems to it. They're running the football tremendously this year. They have played a difficult schedule. They went up to Atchison last week, so they played up. They played a 4A school. Came out, on the wrong end of it. But if you watched that course of that game, it was back and forth the entire time. And his kids just don't quit. As I told my kids last night, we got 2 wins over them in back-to-back weeks last year at our place. And I'm fairly certain they've had her circled on their schedule for quite some time. So they'll be ready to go whenever we get there tonight. And, we've got to show up and play our best football to get a district win and kind of improve our standing heading into the playoffs.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
All right, thank you.
That's Blake Burns, head coach of the Columbus Titans, joining us here on the final week of the regular season. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups and kick off this Week 8 high school football game live from Marvell Park, possibly in the rain. We're back after this.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Titan fans can find us at 404B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Optic Communications has stood the test of time. Born from the pioneers of connectivity in 1905, they're built on a rich history with roots stretching deep. Just like Optic Communications' 100% buried fiber, making them the fastest, most reliable internet provider in the region. Optic's employees are local, friendly, and fast to respond. Optic Communications, built for the future, with a foundation firmly in Columbus. Learn more at optic-communications.com.
Girard Medical Center of Cherokee is proud to be serving the Cherokee community for over 20 years. Dr. Dakota Bunch and nurse practitioner Kathy Flora are excited to be a part of your community and are accepting new patients specializing in family medicine, providing personalized attention to every patient. Experience healthcare that focuses on you. Call for an appointment today. Girard Medical Center of Cherokee, where your health comes first.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
And here we are. Welcome back to Columbus Sports Live. 6 minutes away from action. All right, buddy, what are tonight's starting lineups? Oh, wait, he's not here.
Remember, he's looking for World Series
He's
tickets.
looking for World Series tickets, as am I. My budget is about $50.
Well, good luck with that. Because let's be honest,
Look,
the
I'll give
Dodgers
you-
are probably going to make the World. Oh wait, hold on. It's Toronto and who?
We gotta get to these starting lineups, man.
Then
If you get me talking baseball, we're never gonna get through them. We only got 5 minutes. I have to cut that off before we get going. Here we go. Tonight's starting lineups for Parsons on the offensive side. Their quarterback is number 5, Andrew Houck. Running back, number 7, Chandler Henson. Their tight end is number 9, Sean O'Banion. Their running back, number 16, Caden Forbes. And a couple wide receivers, number 21, Wyatt Schultz. Number 28, Elijah Hunsley. And their offensive line, number 52, Xander Gabbert. Number 54, Keller Ball. Number 55, Lee Quincy. Number 66, Xavion Ball. And number 78, Jackson Napper. Those are the starting lineups for the offensive team for for Parsons. Baxter is somewhere else tonight, not here. On the defensive side, their D-backs are number 1, Andrew Houck. Number 7, Chandler Henson. Number 11, Jakari Green, and number 21, Wyatt Schultz. Their 2 defensive ends are number 15, Dakari Jones, the guy that did a lot on the ground last week for Parsons that we talked about, responsible for all 4 of their touchdowns last week against Atchison, plays on both sides. Number 23, Brenlin Summers, is also one of the defensive ends. Their linebackers are number 20, Eric Keaton, and number 16, Caden Forbes. And their D-line consists of number 9, Sean O'Banion, number 52, Xander Gabbert, number 66, Xavion Ball. Those are the starting lineups for the Parsons Vikings here in 2025. And ever since the Baxter game where we got 12 offensive and defensive starters, you got to count on both sides to make sure that you have them. On offense tonight for the Columbus Titans, they will start at quarterback, Jet Tanner. Running back will be number 8, Braun Stone. Wide receiver, number 11, Jonas Stover. Wide receiver, number 5, Gavin DePratt. Some of these have numbers, some of them don't. Wide receiver, number 3, Jaden Rodriguez. The tight end is Jace Gaither. In the O-line, number 65, Zane Gray. Also on the O-line is Buell Poole, Thomas Bidwell, number 56, Cash Smith. And along with that, you have Brixton McElhaney on the offensive line. For the defensive side of the ball, the D-backs are Jaden Rodriguez, Cole Howard, and Lemmy Stone. The linebackers are Cal Saporito, Shade Schuberger, Jet Tanner, and Braun Stone. And your defensive line, Jace Gaither, Zane Gray, Brixton McElhaney, and Cash Smith. Those are the starting lineups for the Titan team tonight. Those starting lineups are brought to you by American Bank. If I could pull it up here, everything's starting to go wrong. Serving the area for more than a century, American Bank offers personal and business accounts, online and mobile banking, and drive-up service across 3 local branches. Plus, American Bank offers a wide variety of consumer, commercial, and agricultural loan products. Banking has never been easier at American Bank. I would also like to congratulate the Lady Titan golf team. Went up to state this past week up in Salina, 3-2 1A golf.
Didn't they place 5th?
As a team, Columbus placed 5th with a score of positive 176, and then Callie Carpino shot a positive 26 for Columbus. She was 6th out of the top 20 in state golf single, get a medal. She was number 6, just a freshman. Wow. And everybody on the
was there a single senior on that golf team?
No.
I don't think there was.
Not that I know of. Not on the team this year. So everybody on that Titan golf team will come back under head coach Jerry Smiley, who was also the head boys basketball coach for a while, and an assistant baseball coach. And I think he was a soccer coach for a while as well.
Yes, sir, he was.
As we have the captains out at midfield. And it looks like Parsons won the toss, elected to receive here in the first half. The opening kickoff brought to you by B&B Excavating. The numbers don't lie. Dirt is heavy, so trust the guys at B&B Excavating to move what needs moving, specializing in septic systems, water line install and repair, driveways, rock hauling, and leveling. B&B Excavating calls 620-724-2735. That's 620-724-2735. As we are set for this Week 8 matchup. Parsons at 3-4, 1-6 Titans. Parsons at home tonight. Blue jerseys, gold letters and numerals. Helmets are gold, outlined in blue trim. They are coached by Jeff Scheibe. Columbus Titans headed out onto the field in white jerseys, red letters and numerals outlined in gold helmets, or red helmets with gold trim. They are coached by Blake Burns. As we are set for the final game of the regular season tonight. Playoffs begin next week. Halloween. Maybe we'll have every player in costumes. I don't know.
Just a bunch of zombies and werewolves.
I don't think that's CASHA regulated, so.
Surely they can be lenient for one game, right?
Nah, probably wouldn't feel good. It's kind of hard to put a costume around shoulder pads and.
They can make it work.
Everything else. So we will get this ball game kicked underway. Zane Gray back deep for the opening kick to this Week 8 district game between Columbus and Parsons. It's a short kick. Going to be taken by one of the D-backs, number 30. On the short return, that's Grayson Bolt, the 5'11", 165-pound junior. Now we'll get to see Coach Scheibe's offense come to work. See how the Titan defense does. Last week against Frontenac had a really good defensive effort, held the Raiders scoreless in the third quarter of action. One receiver to the near side. Two on the far side of the formation. They split it, hand it off on the run, nearly past midfield. He's called down. Shade Schuberger in there on the stop. That was Sean O'Banion on the carry. Down to the 47, gain of 3. 2nd and 7 here for the Vikings. I realize that my seeing this roster is really not going to work. There's no there's no lights up here. It's also not going to be daylight. I'm not sure what my plan was. And we have a flag on the play. False start on the Vikings. Back them up 5 yards. Replay the down. It'll be 2nd and 12 here for Parsons. See, we're not going to know how many penalties what team has, or how at the end of the game the total yards and penalties, because, well, I don't have them. Old Durfelt runs that stat sheet. Maybe he can do it from home. No, it's a 5-yard penalty. They've backed it up 4. Unless the original spot of the ball was wrong, and they hand it off this time with O'Banion, and good defensive stop. I'm sorry, that was number 15 on the carry. That was Dakari Jones, the guy that did it all on the ground last week for Parsons. Brought it actually for a loss. Well, no gain. I think they gave him a yard. Yeah, they gave him 1 yard, 3rd down and 10 on the 44. Parsons likes to do it on the ground. Coach Scheibe said they pass it when they have to, but prefer to just keep things on the ground, as with most teams.
They like the yard game.
Where's the play clock? They don't have the play clock running. This time they fake the handoff, play fake into the flat. They get it out for number 21. 1st down and then some. He's going to go all the way down to about the 35, pushed out of bounds, maybe past the 30. That was 21, Wyatt Schultz, the 5'9" senior, with a good strong run and a 1st down for the Vikings. Well, no, there's a flag. This might be coming back here. 2 flags on it, and it's holding on Parsons. So an offensive hold will be a 10-yard penalty. Well, would you look at that? See, they could change the flags to any color, and if there's a big run, I'm going to miss it. But a flag in the backfield. Now we'll back it up to the Parsons 35-yard line. So negates that big run from Schultz and the first down. So it's 3rd and 20 here. They got to get all the way to the Titan 45 for a first down. Need a big defensive stand here. You kind of know what they're going to do. 2 receivers out on the far side. Snap the ball. Once again, play fake. Open into the middle and no good. And that'll bring up a 4th and 20 for the Vikings. And Parsons will have to punt it away here early on. Good defensive stand from the Titan boys. And we'll see what the offense can do here at the start of the game. Back deep to kick for Parsons will be number 25, Dylan Hansen, 6-foot sophomore. High short kick. Pastis here takes a bounce at the 45, and they're going to spot it at the 41. And Titans pretty good field position here for their opening drive, 1st and 10 with 9:43 left here to go in the first quarter. So not a bad start for the Titan boys. A good defensive stop and a couple of penalties. Parsons all the way back at their own 35 and had to punt it from even farther. So Titans with good field position here can try to make it run at this. And I apologize if I missed some things. At Parsons here at Marvell Park, to hold the grandstands up, they got to have these big poles that are in the middle of the way of filming. So apologize if we missed something. They hand it off on the run with Tanner and nowhere to go.
That was Braun Stone.
Oh, was that Stone?
Yep.
Yep, because I think they have Tanner at quarterback. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11. So Parsons front 4 on the D-line. Going to obviously watch film. They know Braun can run hard. 2 receivers to the near side of the formation and a false start.
There's a flag.
False start on the Titans. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. Make it 2nd and 16.
All right. How many false start flags is that already? 2 or 3?
That's 2. That's 1 on Parsons and 1 on Columbus. Don't ask me that question because I'm going to forget by the second quarter. I don't. So this is where my job kind of gets tricky. 2 receivers to the near side. J-Rod in motion. Tanner takes the snap, rolling out right. Got a man open, and it's picked off. All that work on the defensive stand. Andre Ford, the 5'7" sophomore, picks it off. That's the first interception of the ball game. Had a man open, but 1 man too many for Parsons out there, and that's all they needed. So it'll be 1st and 10 Vikings at the 30-yard line. That's tough to take because, you know, you get all that momentum from a good defensive stand and throw 1 pass, it's picked off. So 1st and 10 Parsons at the 30-yard line. 9 minutes left to go. I almost said 9 o'clock. That's what it feels like. I was going to say 9 on the clock. 9 minutes left here in the first quarter. Parsons lone receivers out to each side of the formation. They hand it off this time on the run. Nearly a first down. Titan D eating him up and pushed him back. Can't see who that is on the carry. Number 15. That's Dakari Jones. And what Parsons has to look forward to next year is he's coming back for him. Just a junior. 6-yard gain for Jones, 2nd and 4.
I hated that we got the pole in the way. There's not much we can do about that.
Yeah. I could go up there and lift it for a minute, but don't want to show off the strength I've built up. Receivers split once again, and, yep, there's a flag.
False start.
False start on Parsons. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 12 again.
Make that 3 false starts.
Let's not keep track. That's how things go south when you start keeping track of penalties.
Well, Durfeld does it.
Well, that's his job. Clock will start, 2nd and 12. .805 and counting left to go here. First quarter, 1 receiver to split to each side. Takes the snap, throws it into the flat. It's complete for number 21, Wyatt Schultz. Complete out to the 24-yard line. Be a gain of 7. That'll make it 2nd and 5. Parsons here at the Titan 24, 7:30 left to go, first quarter. Once again, I'm not sure if they've got a play clock on another side, and I'm just missing it. But
if so, it's in the
play clock. Neither play clock is not on here. Expect to run up the gut. Exactly what they do. Close to a first down, and he got it. Dakari Jones with a nice strong run. First down and 10, Parsons. It's also where my job gets tricky. I'm going to have to. Doesn't help that it's cold either.
Oh, stop your whining.
Durfeld was here to be football weather.
He'd be whining too.
No, he wouldn't. It's going to be 40 degrees. He didn't whine when we were up at Prairie View last year with a 30-mile-an-hour wind and 45 degrees. Handed off with Jones, this time on the left side on the handoff, and good defensive stand there. Several Titans bringing him down. Gained a yard, 2nd and 9. Thought it was no gain. Thought they just got him back to the original line of scrimmage, but give him a yard on the carry, 2nd and 9. At the 15, 6:14 left to go, first quarter. Who is that? Number 28, Elijah Hunsley out here on the near side. I would not expect a pass from Coach Scheibe here on 2nd down. We have a flag on the play. Timeout, okay. So no flag, just a timeout by Parsons. Coach Scheibe going to use 1 of 3. We'll take it as well. We're back in 30 seconds.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
Welcome back. 2nd and 9 for the Vikings at the Titan 15, approaching the end zone here. And it's really just been all Dakari Jones, but it's pretty much, unfortunately, that's pretty much what we expected because, well, he just kind of does it all for the Vikings. Had all 4 of their touchdowns last week up at Atchison, where they lost 40-34, had one heck of a fourth quarter effort. Still got Hunsley out here on the far side, lone receivers each side of the formation. They hand it off, nearly tripped up. He might be into the end zone, caught on a shoelace tackle. Jones once again on the carry. Inside the 10 at the 9. Third down and 3 here for the Vikings. 5:17, clock wasting away. They hand it off to Jones again, finds a good hole, and I think he's just short.
That's what it looks like.
Jones is going to be just shy. They do get the first down. And stoppage in play. Looks like they're just going to get the ball spotted. They saying it's not first down? They don't have the change set yet. That was first and goal. They don't need the chains. They need to put them down. That's what it was. Looked like they were trying to set the chains on first and goal. First and goal for Parsons at the 2. This time they run it with number 20, and yeah, he got it. Touchdown Parsons. That was number 20, Eric Keaton, in for tonight's first touchdown. Parsons with the first 6 on the board, will most likely kick it here. And I apologize for all the sniffles. I'm dealing with allergies when the weather gets from really warm, like 70 degrees, and then it goes all the way down to 50 and cold tonight. And rainy. Doesn't do well for me.
At least it's not raining right now.
We're covered up. Oh, and kick is blocked. The extra point attempt is no good. That was number 34, Adam Reel. But the score will remain 6-0. Titans back on offense. We're back in 2 minutes. 1 minute, I'm sorry. This is Titan football.
Girard Medical Center of Cherokee is proud to be serving the Cherokee community for over 20 years. Dr. Dakota Bunch and nurse practitioner Kathy Flora are excited to be a part of your community and are accepting new patients specializing in family medicine, providing personalized attention to every patient. Experience healthcare that focuses on you. Call for an appointment today. Girard Medical Center of Cherokee, where your health comes first.
Summer sales event continues here at Mike Carpino Ford with 0% interest, plus a $1,000 rebate on the all-new Ford Escape. Don't forget the Ford F-150 with over 60 of them available. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
And welcome back, 6-0, 4:42 left. What are you laughing at? What is that noise? Am I the only one that hears that?
No, I hear something.
There we go.
Did you have an ad running?
No. I'm not sure what that was. 4:42 left in the first quarter. Titans going to have a big offensive drive here, hopefully. Maybe one that'll take about 4 minutes and 42 seconds. Kick to Dole. He bobbles it. It's behind him. He picks it up. Jaden Dole running around the left side on the return, makes a good cut. Jaden Dole in the open field. Here he goes, the freshman on his way to the house. We have no flags on the field, and Jaden Dole is going to return it for a touchdown. How many times has that got called back? But this time the freshman earns it up big. Just like that, the score is tied up at 6, and that's why you never kick it to him. He bobbled it twice, had to pick it up, made a good cut around the left edge, and was into the house for a touchdown. That's good blocking, and what a heck of a run by the freshman there.
Yeah.
How many times has he done that, and that's gotten called back? That's why I'm always scared. It happened last week.
Wait, it happened last week, and I'm pretty sure the week before that.
Happened at Baxter and Neodesha. But score is tied 6-6. Columbus could take the lead here with the PAT from Zane Gray. Kick is up. Looks good from here, and it is.
It's good.
Titans have the lead at 7-6. A very quick score. Wasn't the 4-minute and 42 drive I wanted, but we'll take it anyway. Take another 1 minute break. We're back after this. welcome back. After a 90-yard return to the house, Jane Dole and Zane Gray allow Columbus to take the lead at 7-6. Like I said, how many times he done that and that's got called back? That's what scares me about it. But
at least 2 times that I can remember.
Well, it's already hard enough to return something to the house. So the fact that he's done it more than once, it's gotten called back more times than it's actually happened. Oh, and a nice kick taken right. Can't tell who it is. He might do the same thing. He's tripped up, and a host of Titans push him down at the 45, push him out of bounds.
Did I just see a flag?
Might be unnecessary roughness, because that's what it maybe they're just clearing the air to get him up. I don't think that was Jones. I couldn't see who returned the ball.
There was a flag.
We got the ball at the 45. It's not where they're going to, I mean, that's where he was pushed out of bounds, but the officials are discussing at midfield.
Holding?
No. On Parsons, personal foul.
Oh.
So that'll back Parsons up. That's a 15-yard penalty. Had to change up a setting there. Parsons will have it at the 30, 1st and 10. They're running it with Jones around the left side. Gets down to the 35-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 for the Vikings. Schuberger in there on the stop. Had to change a couple of settings there. .348 left to go first quarter. Titans lead 7-6, 3:45 left. Or I just said that. 2nd and 5. They hand it off to Jones again. Nearly tripped up. Titan D still trying to meet him. He's spun to the ground, but not after positive yards. It's down to about the 39-yard line. Close to a first down. Third and 1 here for the Viking offense. Yards after contact really helping Jones out here tonight on his average. 3rd and 1 for the Vikings here. I kind of figure I know who they're going to hand it off to. If I had to put money on it. Hold. They hand it off to Jones again. And first down and then some. Still on his feet. Pushed out of bounds finally, just shy of the 50-yard line. And yards after contact, man, that would have looked like a 2 or 3 yard gain. Ended up getting him into midfield. And they call it at the 48. I think that's actually a little bit generous on the Titan side, but Titans will take it. 1st and 10 at the 48 for the Vikings. Jones doing all the work on the defensive side, and we have a timeout by the Titans. Timeout by Columbus, trying to rally the defense. We'll take a quick break. We're back after this.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Coles carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Coles continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Coles Service, 620-724-4121. See more at ColesServiceLLC.com.
Welcome back. 7-6. First and 10 Vikings at their own 48. This time a little confusion on the handoff. They get it with Jones, I believe. Tripped up on a tackle. Actually, I don't believe that was Jones. I think that was Chandler Henson. Yeah, I think that was Henson, and he hasn't seen the ball, not gotten a lot of touches tonight. He's, according to Coach Scheibe, had an injury. Actually got injured within the first 5 minutes of the Atchison game, so they're probably trying to keep him as healthy as they can for the playoffs, and still trying to win tonight, obviously. Handed off to Henson again, and this time, once again, gets down to about the 45, maybe gain of 2. And they give it at the 45. Gain of 2 on the play, 3rd and 3 for the Vikings. We're getting ready to tick under a minute to play here in the first quarter of action. Halftime, we'll have some scores from a few local games around the area. Frontenac at Neodesha, Colgan at Southeast, and Girard at Anderson County. Oh, stay lenient. Yep. It's a 5-yard penalty on the Vikings. Yep. So that makes things interesting. A 5-yard penalty, go from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. Backs it up to the 50-yard line right at midfield. The Vikings have it. Clock under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Now they've subbed out Henson. They've got Jones back there in the backfield. I wish we had the play clock. I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but neither of them are on.
I don't see it.
Stay lenient. They hand it off. Oh, come on. Good defensive stand. Maybe a gain of a yard. But at best, it'll be 4th down and 7. For the Vikings, tripped up by the ankles. Was Jones, 4th and 7 here, and I think Coach Scheibe's wanting to go for it. Nope, they're going to let the quarter run. That'll do it for the end of the first quarter. Columbus leads at 7-6. We'll take a quick break. We are back in 1 minute. This is Titan football.
Optic Communications has stood the test of time. Born from the pioneers of connectivity in 1905, they're built on a rich history with roots stretching deep. Just like Optic Communications' 100% buried fiber, making them the fastest, most reliable internet provider in the region. Optic's employees are local, friendly, and fast to respond. Optic Communications, built for the future, with a foundation firmly in Columbus. Learn more at optic-communications.com.
Girard Medical Center of Cherokee is proud to be serving the Cherokee community for over 20 years. Dr. Dakota Bunch and nurse practitioner Kathy Flora are excited to be a part of your community and are accepting new patients specializing in family medicine, providing personalized attention to every patient. Experience healthcare that focuses on you. Call for an appointment today. Girard Medical Center of Cherokee, where your health comes first.
Welcome back, 7-6. Parsons gonna punt it away here. Another high, short punt. It's gonna take a little roll. Oh no! That's not good.
So
got away from Rodriguez, and Titans are going to have it at, well, would you look at that? About the 2. Isn't that awesome? So they're going to have to put themselves out of a hole here, basically inside the end zone. They moved it out, ball on the 3. This is going to be a heck of a time for me to try to see this. I'm on the opposite side. Going to throw a big bomb play out to Jonas Stover. He caught it! Jonas at the 30. One play, 30 yards. And Titans were able to get out of their own way on that play. Great call from Coach Burns. Titans will have it at the 31, 1st and 10. I don't remember where it was. I think it was at Neodesha maybe, where we threw it inside the end zone and got picked off. That's just risky, but a bomb play like that. And they had Stover covered well, but he's well over 6 foot, and, you know,
it's that height.
One thing you can't teach is height.
Just comes naturally.
Just can't build it. Tanner struggling, and a quarterback sack from Dakari Jones. And Jet had no time there. Virtually as soon as he snapped the ball, he was having to run for his life and didn't have any time to run. It'll be a good loss on the play, take him back to the 22. An 8-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 18. Actually, they were at the 31. It'll be a 9-yard loss at 2nd and 19. Pass games definitely work. They run it up and nowhere to go. Braun Stone on the carry, and they've had his number all night on the run game. And after that good defensive stop and good pass play, I would have tried to run it from there. But now you're so far back deep on 3rd and 19, you got to pass. It's actually farther than that now. It's 3rd and 20 with the loss. Braun had virtually no time there. You got to be able to block. This time Jet's going to go back to pass. Once again, the line having trouble and nearly picked off. Thrown into double coverage intended for Jaden Rodriguez. It'll be an incomplete pass, 4th and 20. Titans have to punt here with 9:48 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Offensive line's got to hold their blocks. On almost every possession, either Jet had to run for his life or Braun had to run for his life. Virtually as soon as the ball snapped, we had 2 or 3 guys left in there. And I can tell whatever that play is that Parsons is about to run, it's called 6-7. I can tell you that right now because of the hand motion. I can tell you that right now. I know exactly what that play's called. Jonas going to go back, takes a good punt, past midfield, goes out of bounds to the 49. Might give us an extra yard. They got it at the 48. That's where Parsons will have it. 1st and 10. Haven't seen it tonight. A couple of years ago when we were out here, Parsons had like a robotic dog or something on the field that would deliver the ball from the sidelines.
What?
I don't know. It was some robot that was on 4 legs and would deliver the ball from the sidelines and place it on the where the ball was spotted.
And you couldn't tell what the robot was supposed to be.
It looks like a dog to me. It's on 4 legs. I don't know. It's a robot. It doesn't have fur. Doesn't have a tail either. They hand it off with Henson, rolling around the right side. Good defensive stop there on the roll, on the run out. They gains about 2, 2nd and 8. for the Vikings. You really want to cut his average down. He's had some big runs tonight. Him and Henson are their main guys on the ground, especially Jones. Like I said, had all 4 of their touchdowns last week in that 40-34 loss up at Atchison. 9:09 and counting left here, first half. 2nd and 8 for the Vikings at midfield. Low snap, and they're just going to have to fall on it for a loss. Be a loss of 3. They'll make it 3rd down and 11. Oh, yep. You definitely hear the band. It's weird here at Marville Park. It's kind of like at Baxter where all the fans sit on the same side.
Yeah.
And this thing's probably about 100 years old if I had to take a guess. Very old school style football stadium, but it's kind of cool to see. Very historical here. 2 receivers out to the near side. Actually, they got number 28. And that's Elijah Hunsley in motion. Brings him over to the right side and a flag on the play. So on Parsons, as soon as I looked over, I didn't see the call from the white hat. Most likely encroachment. It's a 5-yard penalty.
Did he say what it was?
Had to have been encroachment or something. So that changes things. Now it's 3rd and 15. Penalties have kind of ate Parsons up in some big scenarios here on the offensive side. From 3rd and short to 3rd and long situations, and expect a pass here from the Parsons offense. They get a screen, and it's complete. I would not call that a first down. He was down. That was intended for number 21, Wyatt Schultz, on the completion, and they're going to give it to him. First down, Parsons. At the 41. Right over the top, and he dragged 2 guys with him. So 1st and 10 Parsons off a 3rd and long. Ball on the 41-yard line. 7:46 left to go here in the first half. 2 receivers here on the far side. We got Schultz on the near side. They run it with Jones around the right side. Got some room to run. Got to spin him to the ground. A flag comes in from behind. Holding on Parsons. It's a 10-yard penalty, offensive holding. And Titans have got to start taking advantage here of these penalties. You know, Coach Scheibe can't be happy with that. That's twice where they've had good offensive gains, and it's all been for nothing off a penalty. So it should be 1st and 20. Must have been from the spot. Okay. 1st and 18. Ball on the 49. Low snap, going to be a quarterback keeper around the left side. 2 Titans there to meet him, and brought down just past the 45. It'll be a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 14 here for the Vikings. Second and 13 here for the Parsons offense. They got Jones back there in the slot. They're actually going to pass it up over the middle, overthrown, incomplete. Almost had another man open. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 13 here for the Vikings. And it's a crucial 3rd down here. Need a good defensive stop. Turning the pages in this thing is not easy. This time they're going to go back to pass again. They're going to bomb it up over the top, and it's picked off! Would you look at that? That was number 4, Cole Howard, in there on the interception. And Columbus is going to have it deep, but they have the ball. Kind of returning the favor there. So once again, Columbus is going to have it deep at the 6. Is where it'll be with the nice big fat pole in the way. But that's all right. Titans have it back. Got to take advantage here, boys. Got to score. 6:26 left before half. Make a 6-minute drive out of this thing. Said that last time, and it was a 90-yard return to the house. Jaden Dole in motion. Tanner takes the snap, hands it off to Braun Stone. Past the, might have gotten a yard on the carry. We'll see what they say. I'm going to have a hard time seeing on this far side. Yep, they give him a yard, 2nd and 9 for the Titan offense. And the run game not working. It's working a lot more for Parsons. The score really doesn't reflect actually how good the run game has been for Parsons. Titan D have been able to stop them in crucial situations, and penalties have caused Parsons a lot of errors here in this first half, something they're going to have to clean up at halftime. And Columbus going to have to try to figure a way to make the run work as they swallow Tanner up. Had to keep it himself, a quarterback keeper. No gain on the play, 3rd and 9. Well, we had a 30-yard catch over a few possessions ago. Why not try it again? Just need something to get out of your own way here. Tanner's going to go back to pass, and it's overthrown incomplete. Intended for Gavin DePratt. And that'll bring up a 4th and 9 here. And, well, it's unfortunate because our defense is playing about like we did at the end of the Frontenac game, but our offense has just had struggles. If it wasn't for Jaden Dole, we wouldn't be on the board right now. The run game not working well. The pass game's had a little success here early, but for one 30-yard catch. Titans are going to punt it away here, far back. Good punt from Jonas. And it'll take a little roll. Keep going. Not bad considering he was about at the goalpost. Go down at the 42, and that's where Parsons will take over on downs with 4:53 left in the half. Last 2 times we've turned it over, we've been back deep. Get you some scores from the games around the area at halftime. This will be a big win for the Titan boys because, you know, we've talked about it. Coach Sybie thought about last 5 or 6 years, these teams have traded. Every other year the team gets a win. Titans won both of the matchups last year. Once in week 8, once in the playoffs, both at Cecil Klein. Last time Columbus had a win at Parsons was, well, I don't know. It was a 1-point loss 5 years ago in 21. Handed off to Jones, running around the right side, stutter steps, still on his feet. Titan defense got to bring him down. Howard in there on the stop. Not before he gets just shy of a first down. And yards after contact, what's keeping the Parsons offense in this thing with Jones. It's down to the 34. 2nd and 2. There's Howard and Stone in there on the stop. Maybe not having school today helped out. I don't know. Normally I feel like that's a motivation killer, but I feel like that's what any coach would say anyway. 2nd and 2, two receivers out to the near side of the formation. They get it with Jones, and he's got the first down plus a couple yards. 1st and 10 Vikings, and they're so far up. It's closing off the passing game for him, but it really doesn't matter. First and 10 Parsons at the 29. Two receivers to the near side. They've got Henson way far out here. Like I said, I think they're trying to give him as few touches as possible due to his injuries within the first 5 minutes of the Atchison game. Yards after contact. When you average 5 yards after you get hit, you're going to have a darn good a darn good game. It's really the only way I can put it. 8-7, 2nd and 3. Out the 22, and Parsons inching their way closer. So we tick under 3 to play here in the first half. Once again, they've got Henson out to the near side, two receivers to the left. Low snap, handed off with Jones. Stutter steps again. Titans got to wrap him up. And I want to say he's just short of the first. No, yeah, just short of the first down. 3rd and 1 here. 3rd and inches, basically, for the Parsons offense. And I think we have a timeout. Timeout, Titans. We will take it with them. We're back in 1 minute. This is Titan football.
Spring River Mental Health and Wellness, your partner in health for more than 40 years, is now a certified community behavioral health clinic. A CCBHC clinic provides a comprehensive range of mental health and substance use services, including same-day access and 24/7 crisis services. Serving all ages, Spring River Mental Health continues to inspire confidence, respect, and growth for individuals and families in Cherokee County. Learn more at springrivermh.org.
Welcome back. 3rd and inches for the Vikings at the 20-yard line. 2:36 left to go in the half. Titans with a 1-point lead, 7-6. Penalties have bitten Parsons in this same situation before tonight. We'll see if it happens again. If not, you're going to need a major defensive stop because you know who they're running it with. Oh, no, play fake. Wow, that was smart. No, incomplete. Wow. Officials are calling it incomplete. That was a smart call by Coach Scheibe. Fakes the handoff and a play fake right in the open field, but it's going to be incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th and 1, and obviously Parsons going to go for it. I don't think they're going to pass it this time. I'm not sure why they didn't. And that caught me off guard. Intended for number 21, Wyatt Schultz. 5'9" senior, and just barely. I thought it was good, but officials said incomplete. 4th and inches here for Parsons. Now you know who they're going to run it with. Coach Scheibe won't do that again. Oh, come on. I think he's just short, but we'll find out. I think he's just short. That was Jones. We'll see what the officials say. It's first down for one team, and he's just short. Titans have the first down. It is turned over. Are you kidding me? Wow. So with 2:26 left in the first half, Titans will have it on the 20. And that's the best field position on turnovers they've had all night. Titan defense been bending but not breaking. That's all I got to say. That's the mentality you need against a team like this. The record very deceiving. Jaden Dole in motion. They got a little room this time. And a quarterback keeper goes nowhere. Down to the 15 and a loss of 5. Run game is not working. The line is not blocking, and Parsons is eating that up. So it'll be 2nd and 15. If you cannot give it back to them this far deep. Not again. And we've gotten lucky on a few penalties, and that time the defense was just able to hold out on a 4th and inches, but don't expect that to happen every time. I'm surprised Coach Scheibe elected to pass on that 3rd and inches call, but he was, talk about inches, he was with inches from catching that, and that one batted away and incomplete. It'll be a 3rd and 15. I would do a bomb play. Right over the top 30-yard catch and run.
Hail Mary?
Well, with 145, you want to get it out of your own way. Don't want to have to punt it again from so far deep. Because every time we've turned it over, it's either been inside the red zone or even in the goal line, and they run it this time with Shade Schuberger, I believe, still on his feet. Gets close to the original line of scrimmage. But another 4th down here, and gives us a little more room to punt. Gain of 5. It'll bring up a 4th down and 10. What?
Looks like they're checking to see if they made it.
Well, there's nothing to check if
Then
they've made.
What else would they be doing?
Talking about dinner.
Are you hungry?
A little bit. Some Taco Bell or Braum sounds good about now.
So you want ice cream on this cold night?
Braum's sells other stuff, man. They got chicken strips, burgers.
They're known for ice cream.
I guess, but I also have a grocery store, too. I might as well go grocery shopping if you're going to be like that. See, now my stomach's growling. Talking about food.
You started it.
I know. Actually, the officials started it. They were the ones talking about dinner. Good snap. Short punt. Coach Lynn had to kick it away from himself, go out of bounds about the 45. And with 1:33 left, Titans are going to need another good defensive stop here. This fence is going to tear my jacket to pieces.
Stop leaning back.
I'm really not. I'm just trying to walk forward or walk to the side. I don't have a lot of room here. And once again, I apologize for the sniffling.
And the wind.
The wind's not as bad as it was up at Prairie View last year. So 1st and 10 Vikings at the 45, 1:33 left to go in the half. I mean, obviously the Titans have done their homework. They know who they're running it with every time. And it's no secret if they watched any film from last week, which obviously they have. And a flag on the play. What? I didn't see the signal.
I believe it's on Parsons.
It's obviously on Parsons. I didn't see anybody jump, though. Encroachment, possibly. 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15 for the Vikings here now at midfield at the 50. Parsons going to go back to pass. They got a man open out in the flat. That's Jones. Gets past the original line of scrimmage. And it looks like he's down. Not sure if he's just having trouble getting up or if he's down on the field, and it looks like he is. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break. Pause for an injury timeout. We're back in 30 seconds.
From the football field to the bean field, the right equipment can make all the difference. Gear up for harvest, expand your fleet, or grow your business with Tyler Jackman at Big Iron Auctions. Tyler can improve your operation conveniently, efficiently, and effectively. And if you're selling one piece or the whole operation, Big Iron can connect you with over 750,000 registered bidders. Buying or selling, go big. Big Iron Auctions. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115. BigIronAuctions.com.
Optic Communications has stood the test of time. Born from the pioneers of connectivity in 1905, they're built on a rich history with roots stretching deep. Just like Optic Communications' 100% buried fiber, making them the fastest, most reliable internet provider in the region. Optic's employees are local, friendly, and fast to respond. Optic Communications, built for the future, with a foundation firmly in Columbus. Learn more at optic-communications.com.
Today we're going to do an experiment to see just how fast Crawlcan's multi-gig internet is. In your email, you'll find 2 links. When I say go, click on the first link to download the 500 gigabyte test file. Go! Okay, now when I say go, click on the second link in your email to upload the file. Go! I guess it really does eclipse all other internet.
Release the Crawcan. Monstrous multi-gig speeds for a low, no-nonsense price.
Welcome back. Got the camera moved away. I believe that's Jones who's down, and he's not up yet, and his helmet's off. 6'1" junior still on the field, and I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but when they're down for this long and the helmets come off, that's never a good thing. And it looks like they might be bringing in the, I hope that they're not signaling for the ambulance, but that's, I'm trying to see.
Calling for the ambulance.
And they are going to call in the ambulance here on the field for, I believe, Dakari Jones. I'm not entirely sure on that, but he was the one who caught the pass. So they're going to back the ambulance in here is what it looks like to me. And I just hate seeing this stuff. It just,
especially like,
just eats me up.
Being a junior in the last regular season game too.
Well, and you know, these Parsons kids, man, you know, they play with a lot of strength and a lot of heart, and you know, they doesn't matter who the player is. It's, you know, it just, I hate seeing it. Had this happen with Cooper Size last year up at Colgan, and it doesn't matter. Whenever you have to see the stretcher brought out to a football field, it doesn't make it any easier. Because, you know, people, I mean, these are just high school athletes, you know, wanting to play a game that they love and they care about, and then something like this happens. So for those wondering why the camera's on the school bus right now, that's why. They're loading him up on a stretcher. I really have no idea what it is. I couldn't tell you. There's really no need for detail as much as there is thoughts and prayers for the young gentleman. And those are very much needed right now. Got to hope it's nothing serious and they're doing this more out of precaution for him more than anything, which I don't blame them. You know, you just got to hope that this is more out of precaution rather than anything else. I just hate seeing it. They've got him loaded onto the stretcher. Once again, I believe that is Dakari Jones, who they're going to take away here in just a moment. I'm not entirely sure on that, but considering he was the one that caught the pass, I would assume so, considering I can't find, I've been trying to search for his number on the field and I'm not seeing it. One heck of an athlete right there, I'll tell you what. I think they're getting ready to carry him out. The Parsons team's coming off the field. One heck of an athlete right there. And please take a quick minute and send a prayer for that young gentleman and his teammates and his family and his friends. Hate seeing this stuff. I just hate it. Hard part about, if there's any hard part about doing this job, it's this right here.
It really stinks seeing.
Like I said, I'm just hoping that this is out of precaution. You know, they'll send him off and he'll be checked out.
Get him checked out.
Things will be okay. That's what you hope for. It's the best case scenario right now. And what sucks is that, you know, as a Parsons coach, you got to somehow figure out a way to keep your team's mind in this. You know, and I've known Jeff Scheibe for a little while, and one of the best coaches in the area, in my opinion, one of the most down-to-earth dudes I've met in a while. He's going to do that, but you know his mind is somewhere else right now, along with the minds of these guys. So with that being said, we're going to play some football here. 1:19 left to go here in the first half of play. Parsons 2nd and 8. Choose to do, they're going to throw it out, screened out for number 1. That's Andre Ford trying to break into open field down at the 31, pushed out of bounds. First and 10 Vikings. And you know, sometimes when you have something like that happen to a teammate of yours, it fires the rest of the guys up. Makes them want to win even more. As a defense, Titans are going to have to stand strong here and rally. Take the snap, going to do the same play. They screen it out. Another first down. Going to watch that pass into the flat, and it's eaten Titans up twice in a row here. First down for the Vikings at the 19. They got to score quick. They got under a minute to play. Once again, they get another screen. Out to Andre Ford, makes a quick cut, and Titans wrap him up, bring him down at the 15-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6. And we have a timeout by Blake Burns. That's Coach Burns' final timeout of the half. We'll take it with him. 40.4 left to go here in the second quarter. We are back in 1 minute. This is Titan football.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Welcome back. Blake Burns uses his final timeout of the first half. 40.4 left to go. 2nd and 6 Parsons at the 15. They're inside the red zone, trying to score right before half. Columbus will get the ball coming out of the locker room, but they need a good defensive stand here, need to keep the lead going into the locker room. They throw it up, and it's batted down and incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd and 6, and they're just trying to get it into the end zone. That stops the clock for Parsons. 36.6 left. They're within field goal range. That's something they might have if they aren't able to get it here. If they aren't able to get a first down, expect a field goal. That would give them the lead. Got a receiver in motion. They get it out, broken up, incomplete, and a field goal incoming most likely for the Parsons Vikings. Well, maybe not. No. Gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Interesting call, but Coach Scheibe knows the team better than I do. All right. Thought for sure that Coach Scheibe would have kicked the field goal, but they're going to go for the one and done here. They go back to pass, and it is, I thought it was incomplete. Are they going to, well, we'll see. Parsons saying touchdown. No, they got the first down. They got the first down right at the goal line. Parsons trying to score right before half. They don't have much farther to go. say it's at the 6, but it's not. And Titan D stuffs him. No, they say. I thought he was just short. I don't think he was in.
It didn't look like he was at all.
We have a timeout. They haven't put it up yet. Parsons on the sidelines was signaling touchdown. But I was for sure he was just right at the goal line. I think Titan D stuffed him there. We have a timeout, Parsons. We'll keep it right here because with 8.2 left, Parsons is going to basically have one try at it. 2nd and 2, 2nd and goal at the 2. Well, that makes the team nervous, I'll tell you this. Like I said, the good news is Columbus does get the ball coming out of the locker room. Just need one good defensive play here.
It's always fun watching an exciting game.
It is, especially between these two teams. Like I said, this is one of my favorite games of the year. Because more often than not, it's exciting. Both teams play hard, both are well coached, and it ends up being a good game most of the time. See if Titans can stuff them here. Oh, they're going to pass it, and it is complete. Touchdown Vikings, number 21, Wyatt Schultz. With 4.6, we will have another kickoff. So Parsons takes the lead at 12-7. And considering their last PAT was blocked, we'll see what they do here. They'll most likely still go for it, but no? They're going to go for 2. And Titan D, no good, yeah. Titan D stuffs them. And we should have another kickoff here with 4.6 left to go. Your score 12-7. Parsons takes the lead back. Oh no, we had a flag. We gonna redo it? It was on Parsons. It had to have been.
Yeah, it was on Parsons.
What was the call? I missed that one.
I did not
Coach
understand it.
Coach Burns wants an explanation. It still should be no. It's yeah. Okay. It still should be no good. Okay. The white hat just signaled it's no good. Okay. We should have a kickoff here. What? Yeah, okay. So with 4.6 left to go, we'll have one more kickoff. Our one touchdown comes from a 90-yard return, so we'll see what happens. Off of 2 bobbles, too. So, I mean, I don't know. That's number 25 on the kickoff. Dylan Hazen. And around the left side, pushed out of bounds. Who was that? I think that was Brody Carter on the return. Got past midfield, but that'll do it for the first half of action. 12-7 your score. Titans will get it out of the locker room. Parsons leads by 5. We'll take a quick break. Crossing Construction halftime show comes up after this.
Summer sales event continues here at Mike Carpino Ford with 0% interest, plus a $1,000 rebate on the all-new Ford Escape. Don't forget the Ford F-150 with over 60 of them available. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
Selling equipment can be a hassle, whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire. The time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com.
As one of the oldest banks in southeast Kansas, Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated. Exchange State Bank provides quality customer service supporting the growth of local businesses, agriculture, and the financial needs of families in the community. With competitive savings and loan products, online banking and mobile deposits, free debit cards, and more, Exchange State Bank is working to earn your business. To earn more, call 620-429-1873 or visit esbks.com. Exchange State Bank, you're not just banking, you're banking with friends.
How is it so fast?
With Crawcan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
And here we are in the Crosland Construction halftime show here on Columbus Sports Live. Your career awaits with Crosland Construction. Start with Crosland right out of high school with their internship and apprenticeship programs. Learn more at crossland.com/careers. You can just pay me back. You can just pay me back when you get back. Just use my, there should be at least a 20 in there. I'm trying to get some hot chocolate delivered up here to the grandstands of Marvell Park. At half, your score 12 Parsons, Columbus 7. Columbus had the lead for most of that first half off a 90-yard return to the house from Jaden Dole. And Titan offense didn't do much after that. I will say the Titan defense tonight, probably the best it's looked all season. And that's what you want to see from this young group is a really hard fought defensive game. And that's why I said in the pregame show, especially when talking to Coach Burns, I said I love this matchup because it just shows how competitive the two teams are and how much respect both coaches have for each other. And, you know, unfortunately it didn't go as planned in the first half. They had to take out Dakari Jones after a catch and run play. Had to take him out on a stretcher. And I'm not sure the status on him. I don't know, but I said a quick prayer for him, and I hope everybody else at home did as well for that young gentleman because he is one heck of an athlete, and it just so unfortunate to see any player in a high school game, any player in any sport at any level go down and have to be carted off. I mean, it's just horrible, and I feel for the kid because obviously one heck of an athlete and was responsible for a lot of that Parsons game on the ground, not only last week, not only tonight, but throughout most of the season. So, like I said, say a prayer for him, his friends, and his family. And I clicked the wrong graphic again. Him, his friends, and his family, if you are, if you're able to. We'll get you some scores. at this time. At halftime, trying to pull up some scores. We're running off a hotspot here at Marvell Park. The darn thing is probably froze over. if I had to take a guess, at half, Frontenac leads Neodesha 27-0 up at Neodesha. I'm glad Mike Snow gets to travel out there. At half, Colgan hosting Southeast. It is 54-10. Or 54-0, I'm sorry. Colgan over Southeast. I think you could probably guess that one if you seen any Colgan football this year. They're a pretty darn good team. They understand it. They know what's going on. They just got a lot of kids in a lot of right places. That was Dylan Funk, voice of the Tonganoxie Chieftains there as I'm checking their halftime score. Tonganoxie and Ottawa taking on at Ottawa, 7-7 tie ball game. And there with 8:07 left to go in the third. So they're a little bit past us at this time. Girard is at Anderson County. Audio only, I guess, tonight. I'm not sure why, but Girard is up 14-0 over the Bulldogs of Anderson County. In another game I want to check out, we'll go to the Varsity Sports Live Network up in the Frontier League. Eudora taking on Paola tonight. And we'll try to get that one pulled up for you. I take it they did not have hot chocolate. So I get a water. That's cold. You should have just kept the money. This is probably a $2 water. That's cold and 50-degree weather. $2 I could be spending on Taco Bell after the game, but no, that's not going to happen now. Thank you. See, now I feel better. I suddenly feel a lot warmer. At the start of the third quarter, Eudora up 26-0 over Paola. We'll try to get some other games going. I really want to see that Spring Hill game that they're playing right now with Lewisburg. Spring Hill had a really good season this year. See what the score is here at half. Yeah, 42-0. About 7:55 left in the third quarter. Spring Hill over Lewisburg. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit of high school playoffs. We'll let you know of some potential matchups Columbus might have in the playoffs based on the seeding. We'll take a quick break. We're back after this.
Call service is outstanding in their...
Wrong button.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Optic Communications has stood the test of time. Born from the pioneers of connectivity in 1905, they're built on a rich history with roots stretching deep. Just like Optic Communications' 100% buried fiber, making them the fastest, most reliable internet provider in the region. Optic's employees are local, friendly, and fast to respond. Optic Communications, built for the future, with a foundation firmly in Columbus. Learn more at optic-communications.com.
Girard Medical Center of Cherokee is proud to be serving the Cherokee community for over 20 years. Dr. Dakota Bunch and nurse practitioner Kathy Flora are excited to be a part of your community and are accepting new patients specializing in family medicine, providing personalized attention to every patient. Experience healthcare that focuses on you. Call for an appointment today. Girard Medical Center of Cherokee, where your health comes first.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, The professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Titan fans can find us at 404B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
And here we are back on the Crossing Construction halftime show here on Columbus Sports Live. So it's week 8, and we got one more week until the playoffs, and with this new KSHA format that they have implemented last couple seasons. Last year, it just so happened to work out that Columbus and Parsons play each other at Cecil Klein in week 8, and then that same matchup happens for week 9. Don't think it's going to be the same way around this time. Parsons wins tonight. I think they get to host. But Columbus will travel, and they'll be on the road no matter the result of tonight. I think their opponent might differ depending on the way that works out, because this is a district game, and it's all based on districts. But it's basically 3A East, 3A West, and the top 16 teams in 3A East are going to face off. And, well, it looks like Topeka Hayden, at undefeated 7-0, sits at the top of that. And I think they're playing Rock Creek tonight, who's 6-1. And Rock Creek is or they're not playing Rock Creek. They're playing Jeff West, I think. Jeff West is 6-1, playing Jeff West. I'm 90% sure. I'll have to go back and look that one up, but I'm 90% sure. Coach Harity and I talked about it earlier in the week. But from looking at what K-Preps has and looking at what some of the other areas have been predicting, it looks like we are most likely going to go to Topeka Hayden for the first round of the playoffs, which is a wonderful road trip for one football game. On the bright side, KSHA has a 175-mile distance rule where you get to start a little earlier depending on the distance in the game. If you're 175 miles away from a team, you get to start an hour early. So there's no negotiations, just the way it works. Now, if we win tonight, which obviously you hope for a Titan win, and mainly for this reason, they will go to Santa Fe Trail, who I think is a much more beatable opponent. I think Topeka Hayden under Bill Arnold is just way too tough of a program. Talked to Bill a few years ago when Columbus and Topeka Hayden played in the round of 8 back in 22, and they're just a program that is, I remember his quote, he said, the round of 8's nothing unusual for us to be in, which most teams don't make it to the sectionals. It's only 8 teams in Class 3A, and they're normally one of the 8 teams. Them and Andale and Holton, which Holton's having a down year this year, but that's just the way it goes. But normally those 3 teams at least are in or make it to the round of 8, and will most likely Topeka Hayden will most likely get there again this year. But I think Santa Fe Trail is a much more beatable opponent, and it's a lesser of a road trip, but it's less than 175 miles. So unless Santa Fe Trail would agree to a 6 o'clock kick, which if you're the host school, why would you? We will most likely be playing at 7 in Santa Fe Trail. But that's the way things work. That's the nature of high school football. So I don't have any control over it personally. If I did, Columbus would host every first-round playoff. They would host, no matter their seeding, Columbus would host until the state title game. They'd probably host the state title game. But like I said, I have no control over that. So, no, if I were to do it, I would go back to how it is with your, the top team in District 1 plays the bottom team in District 2, and, you play from that. But that's not the way it works. That's okay. We're doing it a lot more similar to how the 4A and up schools do it. which is not bad. It's just that, those teams, most of the time when you're in 4, 5, and 6, 8, they're used to having to travel a little farther for their games. But that's beside the point. That being said, we'll take a quick break. We got about 2 minutes and 40 seconds before we get this thing kicked off here in the second half of play. We're back after this.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Summer sales event continues here at Mike Carpino Ford with 0% interest, plus a $1,000 rebate on the all-new Ford Escape. Don't forget the Ford F-150 with over 60 of them available. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
Selling equipment can be a hassle, whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire. The time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com.
Welcome back here on Columbus Sports Live. We're set for the third quarter of action. Parsons leads 12-7 here over the Titans, and Columbus can receive the ball coming out of the locker room. Parsons won the initial toss and chose to receive, and hopefully that decision is going to pay off for the Titans. This one kicked to Cole Howard. Howard makes a good move, brought down at the 36-yard line. And that's where Columbus will start off 1st and 10. So the offense really has to get rolling. Our only score is from a 90-yard return. We need to really start trying to establish the run game, just running out to the edge. The quick passes that we've done, the screens, the bubble screens, they just really haven't worked. The bombs have worked. Anything up over the top that's, 20, 30 yards in the air, that seemed to work, but the offense has just struggled tonight. They got Tanner at quarterback, finds an open field, and Tanner gets a good gain on the carry of about okay, well, they didn't change it. He picked up about 3 yards on that carry. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line. Now smart by Tanner. Just find the hole in the open field. Gets positive yards. Second and 7 for the Titan offense. They bubble screen it out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez still on his feet, spun to the ground. I'm not sure where they're going to call him at. Probably about the 41. Be a gain of 2, bring up 3rd and 5. Maybe a gain of 3. I got it at the 32. It'll be a 3rd and 4. Not complaining about that one at all. 10:33 left to go, 3rd quarter. Titans will line up in the eye. A little late was the Parsons defender. They get it out over the top, 1st down and then some for Jaden Rodriguez. And still on his feet, Jaden Rodriguez might send this one to the house. And touchdown Titans. Just like Coach Burns drew it up. Just like that, Titans take the lead back at 13-12. Right out of the locker room, that was big to score. Take your advantage of getting it out of the locker room. That's the offense I like to see right there. Good short passes. Finding the holes through midfield, and when you look at that, Rodriguez takes it in for a touchdown, and Zane Gray back deep to kick. Kick is up, looks good from here, and it is. 14-12 your score. Titans have the lead back. That got the crowd fired up. We'll take a quick break. We're back after this.
Optic Communications has stood the test of time. Born from the pioneers of connectivity in 1905, they're built on a rich history with roots stretching deep. Just like Optic Communications' 100% buried fiber, making them the fastest, most reliable internet provider in the region. Optic's employees are local, friendly, and fast to respond. Optic Communications, built for the future, with a foundation firmly in Columbus. Learn more at optic-communications.com.
With 10:06 left to go in the 3rd, Titans have the lead back at 14-12. And over the Parsons Vikings. Titans going to kick off. Zane Gray back deep to kick. Good kick from the senior. It's dropped at the 20-yard line. On the return will be Wyatt Schultz. He's down the sidelines and he's pushed out of bounds. And the Titan fans want an offensive holding in the back. And it doesn't look like they're going to get it. Schultz ran out of bounds at the 43, and that's where Parsons will have it. 1st and 10, 9:57 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Telling you, these two teams battle, man. So I said it's one of my favorite games of the year, and we'll play them in the middle of the season next year according to the look at the schedule. A couple new teams are going to fake it, hand it off this time with number 7. That's Henson. And chopped down past the 45. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7. Man, some people out here in T-shirts. I don't know what they're doing, but they're warm in this kind of weather. I'd envy them right now because, man, I am just freezing. This time they run it up the gut, still on his feet. And Titan D finally pushing back. That was Henson again. He's the 5'10", 185-pound senior. Since Jones has been out, he's been the man, and from that run right there, you can obviously tell why. It's not first. What? Okay. Yeah, first down Parsons at the 47. I think they got just enough for a first down. This time they hand it off with Henson again, and he's once again chopped down after about a 3-yard gain. It's eating up clock. I mean, got to give him credit. He actually got farther than what I thought he did. Give him 4 yards, 2nd and 6. So back to the ground game for Parsons with Henson, and he's certainly living up to expectations with what he's done in past years and in the first part of this season. 2 receivers out to the near side, 1 to the right. They run it with Henson on the handoff around the right side, and Titan D able to make a good stop there. Might have gained a yard on the play. We'll see what. Really? No, they moved that up. They gave him 2 yards. He was definitely a yard short of where the ball was spotted, but it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Vikings. .7:30 and counting left to go here, 3rd quarter. Titan D needs to bend but not break. Did a heck of a job in the first half. Probably the best Titan defense I've seen so far this year. You want to be playing better football as the weeks go on, and certainly held a true testament to that. They hand it off to Henson around the right side, still on his feet, close to a first down, but no good. That'll bring up a 4th down for Parsons here. He got to the 39. So it'll be 4th and 2. Need a good defensive stand here. Oh, they're going to fake it on a counter play, and first down Parsons. Good call from Coach Scheibe there. That stripped us up a couple times, and hey, when it works, it works. Just enough for the first down. Get it out to the 35. Parsons with a fresh set of downs has got a little offensive momentum here. But they're eating up clock, which if they're unable to score, that's going to help the Titans out tremendously. Titan needs to bend but not break. Run it with Henson. Found a good hole. Got down past the 30. A 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5 here for the Vikings. And Henson right up the middle. You know, there's just finding a little leverage there, making one cut, and means 4 or 5 yards on each carry. Hand it off to him again. Same thing. Once again, nearly breaks loose. First down, Parsons. We left that same gap open twice now. Now we have a timeout, most likely by Columbus. So no, we got a Viking down. Injury timeout. Might be a cramp. Where you see cramps in this cold of weather, though. But they've got his leg in the air, so I'm assuming that's what it is. So while that's happening, we'll check on a few scores. I'm sure most of these teams are now done with half. And he is up, so just a cramp. That's good. That was Henson, I believe. 27-0 Frontenac over Neodesha. 4:52 left in the third quarter. Can you hear the wind?
Yes. I made a comment about it earlier.
I should have worn a long sleeve shirt.
You got a jacket that counts?
I know, but I've got a short sleeve shirt under it. I do have gloves, though, so I got to have gloves. First and 10 Parsons at the 24. We have a flag on the play. Most likely a false start on Parsons. Yep. And a 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15. So, once again, penalties costing the Vikings tonight. Columbus hasn't done a horrible job on it. Definitely doesn't make me reminisce of the Baxter game. Play fake into open field, met immediately. Wow, he almost slipped through that sandwich. That was Wyatt Schultz on the reception. Wasn't good enough for a first down, but he almost broke through that. That would have been unbelievable. Sandwiched by two guys, and you somehow slip through it. I don't know. It's not a hugging contest. 2nd and 4.
It's called strength and integrity.
Off the 11-yard reception. Handed off to Henson this time. And good stand by the Titan defense. That was Jet Tanner in there on the stop. And no gain on that one. Bring up a 3rd down and 4 here for the Vikings. Boy, this, like I said, this is when I wish I had a play clock. I'm not sure why it's not turned on. Maybe it's just not working. I don't know, but it seems like they're taking a lot of time in the huddle. 3:34 left and counting here in the third quarter. 3rd down and 4 for the Vikings. Another play fake. They try to bomb it in the end zone, and it's broken up, and they're not going to call that. Few Parsons fan wanting a pass interference there, but it'll just be a broken play. It'll bring up a 4th down and 4 for the Vikings. And we have a timeout. Coach Scheibe most likely going to use his first timeout of the second half. We will take it with him. We're back in 30 seconds.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Start picking his brain.
I'd like to. Normally when I pick Coach Burns' brain, it goes wrong. I say he's going to do one thing, he does total opposite. 4th down and 4 here for the Parsons Vikings. Off a timeout from Jeff Scheibe. Trying to get the first down here as his team's inside the red zone. I apologize for the sniffles once again, but it's cold. When you go from 80s, okay. Parsons fans disagree with that. I'm a little shocked by it. False start on Parsons, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Parsons fans are not happy with that. I'm not going to say I disagree, but Columbus is going to take it. That's a 5-yard penalty. You go from 4th and 4 to 4th and 9. It changes your aspect a little bit, but Coach Scheibe's going for it. Obviously, with this short of a field, it's 4th down territory basically from here till midfield. With this close of a game. Here's a play fake. It's quarterback keeper. And ball pops out, and Titans land on it. Titans have the ball. It would have been turned over anyway, but Titans with a first down here. Just give them a little better field position, but we have a Viking down. We got to pause it. Ball was popped out. It's a fumble, and I still believe the recovery is good, but we have a Viking down. And I can't see a number. It's not a cramp. It might be something related to his elbow or shoulder by the way he's moving his arm. But I honestly don't know. We'll pause for another injury timeout here. We're back in 30 seconds.
As one of the oldest banks in Southeast Kansas, Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated. Exchange State Bank provides quality customer service supporting the growth of local businesses, agriculture, and the financial needs of families in the community. With competitive savings and loan products, online banking and mobile deposits, free debit cards, and more, Exchange State Bank is working to earn your business. To earn more, call 620-429-1873 or visit esbks.com. Exchange State Bank, you're not just banking, you're banking with friends.
Welcome back. It was Preston Heatman who was down, number 18, 6'1", 170-pound sophomore. They do have him off the field. He was able to walk off, which is a good thing considering what's happened tonight. I know. I said he was able to walk off the field. And we have a flag on the play. Immediately after the snap, that's going to be a false start against the Titans. 5-yard penalty. And that's eating us up. As soon as we turn the ball over, we get an extra 5 yards with it. 1st and 15 for the Titans at the 21, or 26, I'm sorry. No, 21. Yeah, 5-yard penalty. Now they got it on the scoreboard. Jaden Dole in motion. Tanner going back to pass. And looks like it might be overthrown. It's caught. No! Would have been out of bounds. Stover got into the mud a little bit there. Bring up a 2nd and 15 for the Titans. Close, but just not enough on that one. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, and this game's gone back and forth. Be huge for Titans to score here. Because if you score here and get the extra point, you lead by 2 possessions. So it's big to score here. Once again, Tanner back to pass line, doing a much better job at blocking. As I say that, Tanner's got to tuck it and run. He chucks it up, and it's complete for the first down. I believe that was Cole Howard on the reception, but we have is that a flag? That's a flag, yep. I think, at the 46. And we'll see what this is on. They've got the ball spotted at the 38, right where Howard caught it, but I'm not sure what the White Hat's going to say here. And it's on Parsons. Is that a sideline warning? Is that what he signaled? I was looking down at my roster. What did he do?
I didn't.
That's a 15. That's a sideline warning. First down either way, but that just gets us that much closer. They hand it off to J-Rod this time through open field. Another flag in there. One came from the near side official. It's on Parsons. Going to be a face mask against the Vikings. And Coach Scheibe is not understanding that call. That's another 15-yard penalty. Back-to-back 15 personal fouls. And Coach Scheibe's not happy. I can't argue the sideline warning because I don't know what was said. Clock ticks. 2:45. Got to take advantage of these penalties. It's going to be kind of hard for me to see here with the pole right in the middle of the field. Tanner takes the snap. It's risky to throw it like this. Tanner takes it himself. Sacked for a loss. But two back-to-back 15-yard penalties. Don't cough this up. It's a loss of 5. It'll be 2nd and 15. Kind of shocked that he would have passed it like that, but actually didn't even get the pass off. Low snap. Going to run it with Braun. Braun doesn't even get back to the original line. They've had his number all night. They've been reading him like crazy. He's been making good cuts, but he's just had so little time off the handoff tonight. It'll be a 3rd and 14. Columbus, they need to score here. We need a big pass play. That's been our bread and butter tonight. That's what's kept us alive on several drives, including this one. 3rd and 14, you know what to do. Lions got a block here. Tanner rolling out. Gonna chuck it up. He's got Jonas Stover, and it is, I can't see it. Assuming incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th and 14. And we have a timeout. Yep. Timeout by Coach Burns, his first of the half. The penalties have allowed us to make sure Parsons has it deep, but I mean, I don't know what's going through Coach Burns' mind right now. This is just a tough spot to be in. You don't want to punt it, but 4th and 14, it's hard to get a first down. You got to run that same play. Check on some other scores from around the area. I know Girard was up 14-0 over Anderson County at halftime. And we'll see what that score is now. 20-8 Anderson County in the 4th quarter of action. I'm pretty sure Eudora was up big over Paola. I'm not sure if that score is going to load. 46-7. Eudora over Paola in the Frontier League. Jonas Stover in motion here. This will be a big play. They throw it out. They got to pitch it. Stover taking it himself, still on his feet. He's got a little room to run. Stover's still going, and he's brought down. They won't get a first down. That'll turn it over. And we have a flag. Hold on. This is going to get crazy. Holding on Parsons. Oh, that's 10 yards. This is the problem with having a field that has both sides of the stand. You get mixed reactions. Is that not first down? Okay, they're moving the chains. Oh, man.
Are you okay?
I'm glad we're up here. That's all I'm saying. And Coach Scheibe's trying to make a case to the ref. Once they've moved the sticks, and Buddy says this all the time because we've had several games go this way, once they move the sticks, the call stands. Like I said, in my entire 8 years of doing this, I've seen one call that they've overturned in football. Once the officials make their choice, they make their choice. 1 minute left. Clock will start on the snap. They got J-Rod in motion. They hand it off. Tanner going to take it himself. Still on his feet. Spins through a couple of tackles. And if I'm Columbus, I'm running this third quarter down. Titans need to score here. Go up by 2 scores. You need to run this out. You need to score at the start of the fourth. Kick a PAT, go up by 9. Jane Nolan motion. 2 receivers out to the far side. They hand it off with Braun. Braun gets down to about the 15. It'll be a 2-yard gain. I don't know what the play clock says, but they should be able just to run this third quarter down here. And that's what they're going to do. Yep, that'll end the third quarter of action. Columbus leads 14-12. They're inside the red zone. We will take a quick break. We're back after this.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Welcome back here to Columbus Sports Live as we start the fourth quarter of action. 14-12, third down and 6 here for the Titans. Ball on the 15-yard line. Man, gotta score here. Coughed it up too many times on good drives here in the second half. We need a good stand here. Defense has done pretty well all night, and offense finally has started to get going in this second half, and keep the train rolling. No unforced errors. Tanner back to pass. He's going to tuck it and run. Spun to the ground. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And it'll be a 4th down and 6. And this is obviously 4th down territory. going to take 6 for a first down, 15 to score. Got to have this one here. We need good blocking. They got Braun in the slot. Tanner going back to pass. Finds a bullet, and it's incomplete. And that will turn it over on downs. Gosh darn it. One play, one chance. All the penalties that Parsons had there, it would have been nice to score on that possession. Really get the momentum game going. Back-to-back 15-yard penalties can just break a team, and no team this season's known that more than Columbus, and especially to be able to score off of that. Parsons will have it deep, but you got to keep your defensive game alive here. Man, a nice warm Braum sounds good right now. Just being inside the building. That's the problem with Southeast Kansas weather, is that last week it was like 75 at kickoff. Now it's 55 and windy and cold. Probably below that now, probably about 50 degrees. Two receivers to the left, one to the right of the formation. They bubble it out, get it out for Schultz. Got to meet him, takes a stutter step, still on his feet. They bring him down. Shy of the 30, good enough for a first down. And that bubble pass has been working great for Parsons tonight, actually at the 28, where he was ran out of bounds. Still good enough for a first down. It'll move the sticks. Keeps the clock going, 10:56 left here in the fourth quarter. That one tripped up over the middle. That was Henson on the carry. Man, it's cold. Wow. Just a sharp little breeze in the wind makes it feel like 10 degrees colder. Run it with Henson again, and Titan D there to make the stop. No gain on that play. Still be 3rd and 5 for the Vikings. I'm shivering now. I wasn't before. Now I am.
Stop shivering.
Can't help it.
It ain't that cold.
Okay, buddy. You're over here complaining about your hands feeling like ice cubes.
I never said that.
Not on air, you didn't. But the wonders of time heard it, and that's all that matters. 9:28 left to go in the game. This time they get a bubble screen, and it's incomplete. In the flat, intended for Schultz. That'll bring up a 4th down for Parsons here in 5, and they're going to be 4th down territory basically for the rest of the night. And they got plenty of field to do it, and he was wide open there, just
threw it a little behind him.
Couldn't make the pass. And see how things go here. 4th and 5 at the 33, a crucial 4th down for both teams. Parsons trying to keep the drive alive. Columbus trying to turn it over early. Good defensive stop here. Here we go. They screen it out. They got it complete. Meet him. I don't think he got it. Parsons is saying first down. I thought he was just short.
He looked short.
They might measure this. From the spot of the ball right now, he's short. I think they got to measure. From the spot of the ball here, he looks short from right where it is, and they're going to measure. Well, this is the biggest Biggest first down of the night. We'll see where it goes. He's short. He's short. He's short. Yep. First down, Titans. I could tell from the other side. I knew it was good. So Titans have it at the 43. Don't make any errors. All right, here we go. This could be the drive that ends it. By gosh, I hope it is. It's not going to be a 9-14 drive. They're at the 43, but they just need to score here. Burn a few minutes, score. Parsons little time. They hand it off to Braun. Braun's pushing the pile. They got a flag on the play. They pushed him back. They can't call it from there. Good job by the officials to call that one dead before it got out of hand. Holding on Columbus. And that'll be a 10-yard penalty. Take us all the way back to the 46. Well, that's just nice. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the spot of the foul. Don't dig yourself in a hole here. They hand it off with Braun again, and they're wrapping Braun up every time. Braun did get positive yards, which is the important thing. He got back to the 43. Gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 11. See if that would have been 1st and 10. We'd now be at 2nd and 6. They've got it at 2nd and 15 on the scoreboard, but that's not right. Play fake. Play action coming. They got it over the top. Oh, thought it was going to be good. Intended for Jaden Dole, just out of his hands. And a quick 3rd down and 15. Come on, boys. Just a little out of reach. Good try by Jaden to make that completion, but I'm surprised Coach Burns is not calling timeout. It's probably a safe bet considering with the way this game looks right now. It could go down to the final few plays of the game. This could be a one play on offense, one play on defense kind of game. Once again, Tanner going back to pass, and he takes it up the middle, and Tanner brought down shy of the 35. They'll give it to him there. Got a 7-yard gain. It'll be 4th and 7. It's a lot more doable. And it looks like we're going to punt. Smart move. This way, hopefully, they'll be able to have it as deep as we can virtually get it. This could be a touchback. We'll see what happens. Stover going to punt it away. Takes a high kick, and lovely. Down at about the 7. Good punt from Jonas there. So the Vikings will have it at the 7-yard line, 1st and 10. Smart move by Coach Burns. 4th downs have not done well for us. So I agree with that decision. 7:22 left. Got a nail biter. About like it was at Baxter, except it was 80-some degrees at Baxter Springs. At least my ears aren't cold. The headphones help a little bit. What?
I was looking to see if you had the headset over on top of your hoodie.
No, I got my hoodie on over my headset. Helps me hear the audio a little better. Son Parsons going to pass it out. Oh, they got a man wide open, and it's caught. He trips. Really good catch. I believe that was Henson. No. That was Andre Ford. Sophomore there on the reception, gets down to the 42. And that's where Parsons will have it, 1st and 10. .7:05 left to go in the game. Columbus hanging on to a 2-point lead. This reminds me of the game that we had up here several years ago. They handed off with Henson, and he is brought down just shy of the 50-yard line. Not enough for a first down. Gets to about the 48. Needs to get to the other 48. 2nd and 4. Two receivers to the near side, one to the far side of the formation for Parsons. Once again, they run it with Henson, trying to get the first down. Spins through a tackle, first down Parsons. Titan D's got to bend but not break here. They know Henson's a strong runner. Strong on the ground game. Need to get to the 48, got to the 47. So 1st and 10 Vikings, 6:06 left to go in the ball game. Ball on the 47, two receivers to the near side. One out far to the left. Handed off with Henson. Still on his feet, falls forward. Once again, yards after contact. Coach Burns getting some subs, trying to beef up the line a little bit. Parsons is going to run it. Got to be able to stop them because they could score here with virtually nothing left with 5:26 with the way they're running it. Time they hand it off on the sweep. Henson still going. Another first down for the Vikings. That'll stop the clock. Ball on the 36, 1st and 10 Vikings, 5:18 left here in the ball game. The best drive of the second half for Parsons is coming right here. Titan D has got to bend but not break. Tough spot for me with a nice pull in the way. Hand it off to Henson again, breaks through a couple of tackles, and once again, and a flag comes in from the far side near the Titan sideline. Holding on the Vikings, the 10-yard penalty. And penalties again costing Parsons in crucial situations. So that backs him up to the 47. Might just be what the doctor ordered here on this drive. Clock rolls under 4:50 to play in the ball game. Two receivers to the far side now. They've got one out here far right. Under 4:40. They run it with Henson. Got to stop the pile. He's still pushing it. Is that another flag? Another holding on Parsons. Or no, now he's saying on Columbus. Yeah, okay. I was about to say, he initially pointed this way, and I was like, I did not see that. It's on us. Gosh darn it. So that basically just negates that entire penalty. Puts him at the 27 from the spot of the foul. Almost gave Parsons a free first down. Time they run it with Henson, and he will pick up the first down, then a couple yards. They score that play, that penalty is going to cost it. I'm hoping that that's not the case, and I'm hoping that the way things have been going, because with 4:15, they're not going to be able to prolong this drive for another 4 minutes. You know, Titans will have time to score if they're unable to stop Parsons here, but Titan D needs a big one. Ball on the 22, run it with Henson. Henson makes a good cut, and down at the 20. Gain of about 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8. And here's your view of the pole.
Yeah.
Nothing we can do about it. I wish there was. Handed off with Henson, nearly tripped up. Titan D meets him back at the original line. No gain on the carry. Brings up a 3rd down and 8 for the Vikings here. Here we go. Need another stop. I don't expect him to pass it, but knowing Coach Scheibe, his playbook's pretty wide open, and we could see everything but the kitchen sink here on these next 2 plays. I thought he was going to go for a field goal earlier in the first half, take the lead for the locker room, but now is when he would do it if they need it. 3rd down and 8 for the Viking offense. Huge Titan D play right here. They screen it out. It's complete out to Schultz. He slips and falls. Won't be good enough for the first down. It'll bring up a 4th down for the Vikings here. He gets out to, I think, the 17. A 3-yard gain, 4th and 5 for the Vikings. And a timeout. Timeout, Jeff Scheibe. We will take it with him. Catch our breaths. This is a nail biter. We're back in 1 minute. This is Titan football.
From the football field to the bean field, the right equipment can make all the difference. Gear up for harvest, expand your fleet, or grow your business with Tyler Jackman at Big Iron Auctions. Tyler can improve your operation conveniently, efficiently, and effectively. And if you're selling one piece or the whole operation, Big Iron can connect you with over 750,000 registered bidders. Buying or selling, go big. Big Iron Auctions. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115. BigIronAuctions.com.
Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln. Take advantage of 0% financing for 66 months right now on the all-new Lincoln Navigator. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Lincoln Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
Welcome back. 4th and 5 for the Viking offense. 2:09 left here in the ball game. This is big. Biggest stand of the night right here. Take the snap. They're going back to pass, and it's no good. No flags. And Titans turn it over. I thought we were about to pick that off. But Titans will have it deep, but with 2:05 left, they do this right, they can run this down. You don't need to score here. Don't do anything dumb. Burn the clock. First and 10 Titans out to 17. Don't do anything dumb. We don't have a play clock. I really... Two receivers to the near side. They run it this time with Braun. Going around the right side. Braun makes a good cut. Nice run by Stone. Keeps the clock rolling. That's what we want to see here. That's exactly what you need. Get a first down. Keep the clock burning. Braun picked up 6 on that. 2nd and 4. Just let it roll. Take your time in the huddle. We get a first down here. We should be good. Don't do anything stupid.
No interceptions.
Yeah, we won't
fumbles.
We won't throw it. This time they want it. Run it with Braun again. Falls forward shy of the first down. Stops the clock.
That was not Braun.
Who was it?
Braun was on the outside. I couldn't see who it was that had the ball.
I can't either. There's a pole in my way. We have a timeout by Coach Scheibe again. It's his last timeout of the half. We'll keep it right here. Ugh. Well, I said this at the Baxter game. We'll say it again. I love games like this. And like I said, I love this matchup. 9 times out of 10, it's close. The only years it hasn't been were the last 2. Parsons blew us out in 23, and last year we shut Parsons out and beat them by more than 2 scores last year. But Parsons, like Coach Burton said, Parsons has had this game circled for a while. But it'd be huge for the Titan team to get 2 in a row. That's the first time it's happened in this little back and forth session that they've had for the last several years.
Good old nail biter.
Both coaches that respect the heck out of each other and put up a good game plan. They won it. Still on his feet. That's not Braun, I don't think. That's Tanner on the carry. Is that not a first down? They're going to measure. Stops the clock with under a minute to play. We got to get a first down to win. And they're going to measure. Well, they don't have the sticks out. I thought they were getting ready to bring them out. And now there's okay.
No, it looks close.
I can't tell. Ball's on the other side.
Nope.
No, we're short.
Short.
Fourth and inches. Well, here we go. 57 seconds. It's either going to win it or give it back to the Vikings. Just get a first down, just 1 yard. Just inches.
Whoa. Wild stretch of wind, holy cow.
They're obviously going to stack it. Biggest play of the night with 37 seconds. They got Howard in motion. Timeout. Yep. Timeout Columbus. Coach Burns still has another one left if he needs it. Now we're going to take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
monstrous.
With Crawcan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
Here we are. This might decide it right here, this play. 4th and inches for the Titan offense. 32.7 left to go in the game. Oh, we're going to kick. We're going to kick a field goal. Or not a field goal. We're going to... And we have a flag. Now this could be an interesting call. I mean, we're going to kick it regardless.
I could not see the white cap.
Is that an automatic first down? It's against Parsons. I couldn't see the white hat. It's on Parsons. That's an automatic first down. That should do it. I think it was a legal substitution. First and 10 Titans with 32.7, and that should be your ball game. You're not going to be able to tell.
No.
Well, yeah, we zoomed out a little bit. I guess we'll get it. The receiver split to each side. Tanner going to take it for victory formation. That's your ball game, boys. Clock will wind down. There is no play clock. You can't really tell, but that'll do it. Titans are going to come to the sidelines. That's going to wind this thing down. For the second year in a row, it snaps the streak of back and forth. Columbus beats Parsons 14-12 here in a nail-biter in a district game. Columbus claims their second win on the year and the second district game. They improved to 2-6. Parsons falls to 3-5. And that's why I always love this matchup. It's always fun to watch, especially when the Titans come out on top. 14-12, the final score. Columbus wins it. We'll take a quick break. We are back in 2 minutes on the Call Service post-game show. And after this is Titan football.
Call Service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com. From the football field to the bean field, the right equipment can make all the difference. Gear up for harvest, expand your fleet, or grow your business with Tyler Jackman at Big Iron Auctions. Tyler can improve your operation conveniently, efficiently, and effectively. And if you're selling one piece or the whole operation, Big Iron can connect you with over 750,000 registered bidders. Buying or selling, go big. Big Iron Auctions. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115. BigIronAuctions.com.
Optic Communications has stood the test of time. Born from the pioneers of connectivity in 1905, they're built on a rich history with roots stretching deep. Just like Optic Communications' 100% buried fiber, making them the fastest, most reliable internet provider in the region. Optic's employees are local, friendly, and fast to respond. Optic Communications, built for the future, with a foundation firmly in Columbus. Learn more at optic-communications.com.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Titan fans can find us at 404B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
And here we are on the Call Service post-game show here in Columbus Sports Live. When it's time for new tires on your ride, make a call to Call Service in Girard. And when you need in-the-field service, Call has you covered with a truck en route. Shop for your tires and more. CallServiceLLC.com. What a game. 14-12, your final score. Columbus knocks off the Parsons Vikings. They improved to 2-6 on the season. Parsons falls to 3-5, and the Vikings won't get a home playoff game this year. But you know, as much as I would love to say how really intense this game was, I'm just going to go out and say it. The defense won this for us. This was a game where the defense played the best it's looked all season tonight. They played consistent, solid defense for 4 quarters, very few mistakes. Even the 2 big runs, the 2 big running backs, Dakari Jones and Chandler Henson. Got to give props to both of those kids. They're incredible athletes, but we were able to find a match. We watched film. We knew the challenges we were going to have going into it, and we found a way to stop it, and we found a way to win it. For a young squad, that's really nice to see.
Speaking of Jones, have you heard anything about him?
Haven't heard anything. I don't know the situation, but as we said, or as you were able to figure out earlier on in the broadcast, in the first half of play, Dakari Jones made a catch, went down, and was taken out on a stretcher. I'm not entirely sure what the situation was. Like I said, I'm hoping for the best, said a prayer for him. I'm hoping everybody at home did as well. Like I said, he's one heck of an athlete, and it just sucks when that happens to any player at any level, but, you know, especially in high school, because, you know, these kids are just students. You know, they're out here doing it for the love of the sport. You know, that's what this is. There's no payment here. They don't collect a check in the mail. This is for the love of the sport, and it just sucks seeing stuff like that. It just hurts to see, and, you know, hopefully we'll hear some news on him. Hopefully everything's okay. I just hate seeing it, but, you know, as a Vikings team, I got to give them credit. You know, sometimes when you get into that mindset, you know, you focus more about your teammate, your family member, your brother, which when you play football for so long with a group of guys, they become family members, they become brothers, and you focus a lot on that. They didn't let it break their spirit, and they still played a good, hard second half of football. And it came down right to the very end. You know, it came down to a measure. Came down to inches of a measure, and one penalty, and that's what it was. And you know what? I told Coach Scheibe on the phone, talking to him earlier this week. I said, you know, these games are some of my favorites to watch, and we talked a little bit off the air. You know, him and I, you know, every year when I call him, every time I get the chance to talk to him, we just talk. You know, there's some coaches that out there that don't want to say anything. They want to get the interview over and hang up the phone. Coach Seibe's not one of those guys. He wants to sit and chat. He wants to get to know, you know, just things. I mean, half of our conversation wasn't even about football. You know, we talked about other things. We talked about sub-state volleyball a little bit. One of the things we were talking about, I know this is not on that subject, but one of the things we were talking about was actually, you know, the 4A state volleyball, and how Chanute, the 1 seed, is having to take on Bishop Miege, who's like the 16 probably seed in the sub-state. I don't know what seeding they are, and they are, I'm telling you this right now, it is crazy to say this, but the lower seed, Bishop Miege, is actually ranked higher than the number 1 seed, who's Chanute. And if you look back last year, Lewisburg had a really good season. They were the 1 seed in their district. Had to take on Bishop Miege, who was the 16 seed. and Bishop Miege made it all the way to the state semifinals. When you're a 4A school and your conference is 5 and 6A schools, you win a lot of postseason stuff. So, but anyway, like I said, our hearts and our thoughts and prayers go out to Dakari Jones, and we hope everything's okay with that. Like I said, there's a lot of times, you're not going to hear radio guys say this, but I just have a lot of respect for Coach Scheibe and that program and what he's done with the Parsons team over the last several years. And, it's obviously nice for Columbus to be able to make a good effort, to make a good showing, to end this back and forth that they've had every year. The team wants to be able to get 2 in a row. Columbus got that, but in the same year last year, now they were able to do the back-to-back, and that feels nice for them. But obviously, like I said, I just got a lot of respect for this Parsons program and what Jeff Scheibe's been able to do over the last several years. And if we didn't catch it on camera, but him and Coach Burns hugged and shared a moment of conversation after all the teams had walked off the field. So that was nice of him. Anyway, we don't have any final stats. Buddy Durfelt's hopefully got the World Series tickets by now.
We miss you, Durfelt.
Not that much. It was more peaceful up here. In about an hour and a half from now, I'm going to get a text saying I quit then. I don't think he's going to want to do this anymore if I keep harping on him. No, he's been a little under the weather this week. That's where he's actually been. He's at home taking care of himself. When you get up there in age, somebody's probably feeding him rice cereal out of a spoon feeding him rice cereal
Rice
right
Krispie
now.
cereal? Okay.
He's 57. That's it. I appreciate.
Not that old.
He's not that old. He's got that old man strength. He's pretty strong for his age.
Farm boy.
But anyway, I'd like to thank everybody so much for watching. Appreciating Titans pull out the win, 14-12 here over the Parsons Vikings. They improved to 2-6 and most likely going to be playing Santa Fe Trail next week, but I'm not honestly for sure. We'll have to get all that information suited to you. It's cold. We need food. We're going to get out of here one last time from Marville Park. Appreciate everybody for watching, and good night.
From the gridiron to the hard court, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.